Steve, the trip over to Vegas for the Fraternal Order of Police conference. How did it all go? First time you've gone over there with a plane of dogs. How did you see the process when you got to the other end in Los Angeles?
I was quite impressed actually. So obviously we had a forwarder that took care of the dogs upon arrival in Los Angeles. We had 7 dogs. We kept them there for a period of 4 days to acclimatise. Obviously it's summer there, going from winter in Australia to summer in California. It was pretty hot. Fantastic facilities, great operation, very well looked after. 7 totally chilled dogs. It was actually good to see them. Good atmosphere, good environment, and just 7 happy dogs.
And from there you headed to Vegas with the dogs, or the dogs were transported separately?
No, we went via air, and the dogs went on road. They basically left on the Friday before the Saturday setup. So they moved down on Friday and they set up in a lovely pet resort in Las Vegas.
What was your pre-expectations of the conference? We'd heard that it was going to be big. Did it certainly live up to that?
I think it did. I didn't think there'd be that many people. I don't think I'll ever forget the size of that auditorium with, I think, 5,000 to 6,000 people inside. You didn't really get to see that many because I think there were a lot of different venues within the organisation that this conference took place. But on the second day, when we actually had everybody under one roof, that's when you realised how big it actually was.
The stall that Greyhounds as Pets had for the conference, how did that all play out? You just part of a lot of stall holders, you attracted attention, it was pretty much foot traffic.
I'd probably say the most exciting of them all. A lot of them commented about that. Obviously you've got dogs. I mean, you've got 6, 7 lovely greyhounds in rotations of 3 for a couple of hours. Everybody loved the dog. Everyone associates and goes to dogs, so they loved that. They loved the interaction. They loved the concept, the idea. It was probably better received the next day once we announced it to the entire conference. Then everybody knew exactly what it was, and then we got inundated from there as well. So quite a few different suppliers, more around the welfare, insurance, a little bit of tools, first responder type things, universities. So we were probably a slightly different mix in that, having dogs on there and a PTSD program available for them.
We've heard of the desire and the fact that there are a lot of Americans looking for Australian greyhounds. I guess seeing it firsthand, it's actually real.
It's actually more than that, to be honest. So it was quite surprising that we thought it was just PTSD, but it's companion, it's therapy, it's first responder type scenarios, it's taking dogs to police stations, fire stations, so a more complex requirement than what we initially thought. So now we looked at just one application, there'll be multiple applications.
And apparently one of the hits of the conference was the video that Rob McCauley and Rob Vella sent across.
It was indeed. So I think we all had a good chuckle at that one. I think it obviously went down well. Like I said, there's an audience of 5,000 to 6,000 people, and obviously when it finished off and the beers came out and the shorts and the surfboards, it was it. They enjoyed it.
Following up on it, obviously you had a lot of people contact you after the conference or during the conference. What's the flow-on effect of that? Is there a lot of people that actually do want PTSD companion animals from Australia now?
Surprisingly more than what I anticipated, to be honest. Like I said earlier, we looked at this thinking I thought it was more of a PTSD program, but it's not. It was more around therapy, companion. I mean, we met a lady there that basically has, like attacks, anxiety or attacks she was on a plane and she had this attack. And that's the type of person who's looking for something who can pick up that marker and comfort her. And that, therapy, police station, fire stations, like I said. So a lot of different applications, which I didn't expect. I didn't know there were that many applications. It's almost like they're ahead of us in that space. You see a lot of dogs around, a lot of assistance dogs, multiple categories.
And I guess we don't realise how big that market is as well. It's the FOP, for instance, 360,000 members. It's massive.
It is massive, and I think that's probably one component. Like, we were also invited to a wellness conference, which is another aspect of the Fraternal Order of Police, and that's kind of where this would be more applicable in that space. But yeah, just a very big organisation and a lot of people and a big demand.
As head of GAP, it must be pretty satisfying for you to see that sort of reaction and know that our animals are needed and wanted over there.
Well, I think when you look at the dogs and you go, racing, retired, rehoming, and then you see an application like this, it's flipping exciting. It's really exciting. It gives them another lease on life, almost like a second life. Like, can there be a racing dog and then be a PTSD or a companion dog? I think it's a fantastic opportunity for the dogs and for the industry.